What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't done a video in a long time, since one point in August, which I'm not entirely sure if it's even uploaded. It's just fine if it hasn't. But yeah, so we're just gonna get on with it. We're gonna continue with our show our thing, which would be interesting because realistically we will do a transgender video, because realistically this game is targeted towards transgender people. It just has been. So it literally hasn't appeared, which is fine, but I have done it. I've done the shop one, which is a shame. Don't know why it wouldn't let me do that, but I'm not even going to get into the problems of it. In fact, oh great, we've got to speak to Poppy. There's only one place we can speak to Poppy. If we come here and then go to Hogwarts map, you just have to set it up here.
Oh good, you're safe.
Okay.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's alright. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known.
Of course not.
I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Of course not.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
Okay. Something tells me you want to find this creature.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it. But I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon. But the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Okie dokie, so we want to go to the world map. So okay. Okay, so I have to use her map.
Avoiding our problem.
Expellium.
Sit down, shut up.
Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends.
How come I always like a short walk? I shan't be having none of your nonsense. Moving like that again and you'll soon find yourself with nout but coaxes at your back.
I should investigate.
Right, okay, so we're actually going to just do what we need to do.
Stone walls do a prison make, sometimes.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing stand and fight me.
Expelliarmus!
My one!
Oh, just die, will ya?
Coward! Body clearly! Such a...
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Why not? Okay, so apparently
Certainly looks to be the place.
Henrietta's hideaway.
Where in Merlin's name am I? Bombarda! Confringo! Reparo. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio.
Oh, for God's sake.
Incendio. Glacier. There we go. Incendio.
That was easy enough.
Ashwinder should have expected company.
Still nothing and no one here.
Extort.
Wait, is that the hippogriff from my treasure map?
Ha ha! Time to teach someone a lesson!
Death from above! Expulso!
That was satisfying.
Flash! Inspiration! Expulsion!
This is your first.
Expelliarmus!
Give it back! Ultron! Expulso! Might want to look up.
Expulso! I could do this all day.
You're going to regret that.
Bombarda!
Challenge, are we? Yeah.
Quite more of that.
Yeah, take you down, like so.
Bombarda, Confringo.
Why not?
Bombarda. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Descendo. Repulsor. Confringo.
Okay, so ignore all of them, and then you want to come back to here, come to here, and then view this. So that means 4 need to be put out, which means we're going to need to get Glacius again.
Expelliarmus.
And it's always good to always double check this.
Perfect. Let's see what we've got. This must be what all the fuss was about.
Where's that one?
Revelio.
I better watch my step in here.
Confringo. Revelio.
I've got a feeling that's going to come in use somewhere.
Revelio.
Then there's treasure here. Keep looking. What's this? A child wandered too far from home?
More Rushwinders.
Okie dokie.
Guardian Leviosa. Guardian Leviosa.
Okay, so now we want this one. And that's how you do it.
A lucky shot. That's what you got. You'll pay for that. Oh, what's the line?
Expulso!
Petrificus touchdown!
Rookwoods don't go down easy. Come on, you're afraid to fight back.
Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Don't get through now.
Trying to make quick work of you.
Come on then. Simple as pie. Aha. Okie dokie.
What's this? Some sort of treasure map.
Revelio. Bombarda. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
Well, we want to do this one, and then we want to do that one.
Guardian Leviosa. Leviosa. Incendio.
Okay, so that will then open up, allowing you to come down here into this secret chamber. Okay, open this up. Nice. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay. I'm back at the start again. Okay, so now where we need to go is back here. Since over here is where the weird bell thing is.
This looks like the spot from the treasure map.
Hey, the more graves I fill, the more galleons I get. Won't hear me complaining.
Rightio, so now we need to come to here. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so it magically appear on that bottom there.
And be sure to stoke the flames with an easy hand. I seem to recall last time you put the thing out.
Wait, I have to make sure that what I've got is correct.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done.
Okay, do that. Then it drops down one.
Perhaps the map contains clues about the order I'm supposed to ring the bells in.
Likely we'll need more wood if we're to not freeze. Seems Heartless has her mind set to follow us.
Okay, so that's this one. Then it's one of the higher ones. Doom, doom, doom. Which I believe is actually...
Yes, there've been mistakes, but I can't complain. If I'm to think on it, we've seen far worse in our...
Perhaps the map contains clues about the order I'm supposed to ring the bells in.
No, that ain't right. So as you can see, so all the ones on the left are the ones on the line. Okay, so I think it actually has to go up to. I think it's supposed to be like Hedwig's theme. Okay, let's go here. Then it's gonna go down, down, up, down, down.
Concentrate. Can't let the sun get past me this time.
It's always about error and trial. Okay, no.
Perhaps the map contains clues about the order I'm supposed to ring the bells in. Perhaps the
Okay,
map contains
so
clues
it's
about
supposed
the
to be
order I'm
that.
supposed to ring the bells in.
Then
Well, if
that.
you weren't so...
Okay, so that's how it's supposed to go. Plus. Then it goes down one, then down one, and up to the top. And then down one, and then down one. Okay, so it's only supposed to go down one.
Probably have more, wouldn't we?
Mm,
Can never have too many
doom,
snacks, my
doom.
friend.
That did it.
Can't believe we're forced to work with you.
And look, treasure.
Okay, so that's how that happens.
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shudders when they see me coming, and rightfully so.
So collections. So we've got that one. I fear we still have quite a few of them to deal with. But first, I think what we need to do okay, so we need to head up here then. Okay, so now we've got to go all the way back up. So all this is supposed to train myself for the third trial, which is going to be a difficult trial because you will get bombarded with just loads of different things. And if we go here, you got 3 more before you prepare yourself for the next trial.
Hello there.
Okay, Amit.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
How well do you know gobbledygook?
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio.
Astronomy technology telescope. We still need more of these. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 15 of them. I need 60 more of these. Which means these are from quests, these 2 are from challenges, and the rest is all exploration. But thankfully I'm pretty well.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
First off, since we're here, we might as well destroy these balloons.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Yes, of course.
Right. Come on, Amit. Let's get going.
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Of course.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
So
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
well, I am not going to leave until
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Hello? What's that?
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
okay, so now we're going to do this.
Bombarda.
Okay, so that means we can come up here.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. Clem? Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Headed? I think you mean handed, I mean. Always have a look in case you miss something.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Get ready for a fight like you've never experienced before.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Yeah, no shit, my friend. I've dealt with these things before. Trust me, these bricks are nothing you want to mess with.
I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it might. The boiler activated that handle. See it?
Actually, first, what I want to do is just check something.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Lumos. Lumos.
Lumos.
Trust me, it's always best to do this that way. You can trust on everything else.
Back this way. I won't rest. One less human to worry about.
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
Hopefully. Nice.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Rebellion.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Okay.
Hello, Hamura.
Hello, Hamura level 2.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Okay, we need to speak to Lodgok.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I feel sorry for this guy. I really do.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Bombarda.
I hope
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive.
Confringo.
Come by Spit Witches as soon as you can.
Revelio. Revelio.
Confringo.
Merlin himself would be proud.
Okie dokie.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Okay, so now I've got the broom. So now we have to
You're
do
all
the
set
other
with the new
one.
upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
you know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
Don't
I'm not
scare me.
worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon.
Of
I look forward
course.
to our next meeting.
So now we want to go to world map. And since that one's all the way down there, we want to go here, fly over there. Hopefully we've got the
Everything
potion
all
here.
right? Far from it. I wandered into a ruin and was attacked by spiders. Oh, if you've got some Wiggenweld potion, though, I'm sure that'll put me right.
Spiders do tend to appear in ruins. Here, I have enough to spare. Stay away from the ruins, though.
You've saved me life. Oh, I can never repay you. Yes, yes, I shall stay away from them, you'll see. Must stay away from ruins with spiders. Ruins with spiders. Oh, and thank you. Please accept this token of my appreciation.
Reparo.
Okay, so we've just got to fly all the way back to Emeralda.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Gryffindor, over here!
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Gryffindor.
Made it. Brilliant. That wasn't too difficult. Now that's more like it.
Hell yeah.
This is going well. Excellent. Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Now that's more like it. Made it. Brilliant.
New best time.
That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Competitiveness runs in your
Do you get
family.
your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pot me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Gryffindor.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Oh, first place back. Back with good old LB Weeks.
How's my favourite test flyer? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades. Proved the naysayers wrong. Made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Of course you couldn't.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Well, there's always stuff that needs to get done. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, first things first. We need to go here.
You should be proud of all the potions you brewed. This many clams here before?
Honestly, this one is really hard to do. Because you have to really time it.
Hello. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
You've got to hope she fucks up. Which means...
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio.
Oh,
precisely as planned.
because then it happens.
Such grace. Finesse. Precisely as planned.
I've lost this one.
Nice technique. Didn't I say I adore competition?
Told you I'd lose that one. You got to hope that she's the one that fucks up, not you.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely.
You just got to
Don't
keep
count me out
going.
Yet.
That's the spirit. Precisely as planned. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Precisely as planned. Precisely as planned.
Which means you want to try and get as far over as you can get.
Such grace. Finesse.
Really? I've tried to knock one of hers off.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so triangle's to skip it.
Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Accio. Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Precisely as planned.
Oh, for fuck's sake. See, there isn't any other thing you can do. Because you can't restart it. You literally have to either win it or lose it.
Such grace. Finish.
And usually I always get there. No one gives a shit. Eventually she will cock up. Depending on how bloody far you want to take it.
Precisely as planned. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Well, you are good.
There you go, I won now. She didn't screw up, but I knew I had to try and do as much as I could.
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I played by intuition,
I
of
play
course.
by intuition, natural skill and all that.
That's been my strategy. I suppose it only gets you so far, though. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
And you're not gonna believe who it is. Okay, so with certain things, if you take it to your shop, you can get better money
how
from.
inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Perhaps today you have something you'd like Penny to sell for you? Oh, Penny will fetch a good price for what you'd like to sell.
It's not a lot more, but it's more than less.
Safe and wondrous travels.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Pardon me, is everything alright?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
True.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But Mum's the word.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower, just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower.
There's only one way to get there. We've got to come all this way. And you want to go all the way up.
Wish I could.
The bells must be upstairs. Aloha, Mora.
Here's one of the bells.
Reparo. Wingardium Leviosa. One up, one to go. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps. Wingardium Leviosa. Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
Okay, let's do this. Okay. So we want to run all the way down.
But most of us consider Poppy a bit of an odd bird.
Well, I most certainly do not.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Honestly, I do.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I won't like this.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
Well, centaurs are known for being
I suppose
wise.
they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fun.
That is before they interrupted.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
This story does get dark.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
At least he's more understanding.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
True. I trust him.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
You want to get back to the school. Excuse me. So before we actually start getting curious,
Are you
yes,
ready to put an end to Harlow?
Natty does have a problem. She gets kidnapped.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some ash winders. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle has against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Right then, we're going to get going. Excuse me. So one of them is actually in the 3 broomsticks.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Impressive.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. How to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Okay, so we have got to go to... specific place.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Specifically true. Unfortunately, Natty won't be there, which means I've got to go and save
It's not like
Natty's
Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio!
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Can't imagine how muggles get by without magic.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quick.
It's like I'm going into the dark
Footprints
depths.
led to this room. There must be another way forward. The hidden door. Lumos, Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. You'll just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Revelio.
I don't mind breaking a few bones if there's a few galleons in it for me.
Did you hear that?
You expulso! I quit now, while you're still alive.
Expelliarmus!
Thought you could hide from me. Expulso! Expulso!
Perfect. Doing that only allows you to have a much easier job. In doing your search. Isabella Filbert.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Simple as pie.
Wingardium Leviosa Lumos. Bombarda. Wingardium Leviosa Lumos.
Cool, it's nothing else.
Revelio.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are closed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic can free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Lumos.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Trust me, it's fine. I took them all out.
Lumos.
Lumos. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
We're going to be in big trouble, though, you know that, right? But I mean, it's worth it.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
None of the teachers will like it. Unfortunately, that's all we've got. And believe it or not, this third trial is actually closer than you think. And no, I'm not actually joking.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
So, as you now heard, the next one is...
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Obviously, it's not like I'm going to physically go ahead and do it today, because obviously it's 2:07 in the morning. I think I have to return that to him. I believe. As you can see, there's 7 more. So we're just going to save the game. And then, of course, head to bed. So if you enjoyed this video, like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully there should be one by tomorrow. Should be one tomorrow night. But it doesn't mean I've got work in the morning on Monday. Which doesn't really bother me too much. If not, then it'll have to be Wednesday, which I'm not too worried about. Of course, if you definitely liked this video, most certainly like the video. If you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. And press the grey notification bell so you always keep up to date for when I upload a new video. And of course, what can I say? What can I say? Comment anything you want, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.